Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday nights, messages of love from above, and I'm back. Hope you guys had a great Monday and a Tuesday. I take those off just to balance and get other stuff done. And I'm always excited to get back to hearing from Spirit and bringing through messages. I'm excited, as always, for tonight. Before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you would love to join me in sending love, 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 I would, of course, welcome that. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, you can join together outside of space and time. And in that moment, when you're watching, send love out. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath, come back to right here, right now. Just let that love drop down and fill our heart up and overflow out to the world. Just engulfing the entire planet in a big ball of love, that those who are ready to have that unconditional love in their hearts ignited, that love would do so. And if you yourself are in need of love tonight for your heart, your mind, your body, for a loved one or a relationship or a situation, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing me this wonderful place and space to do that. I always feel all of your love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we get into the actual readings, a couple of things. One, I put out a new video for next week's drawing for a free personal recorded reading, and I'm upping it to a 45-minute because, quite honestly, I usually take that long anyway because spirit speaks and I don't cut it off. We just flow with it. And so I plan on giving away one, although this last Monday, Spirit nudged me to do two. So I did give away two 30-minute recorded readings. So congratulations to those winners. And if you're interested in getting in to the drawing for next Monday, check out that video. Also, on Sunday, put out a Pisces new moon alert with a pick a card reading. So you can check that out. And then actually this morning, we also put out a pick a card called What is Hidden. So there's a couple new videos that came out if you want to check those out for additional messages of love from above. And of course, we're in the last week of February. Can you believe it? Already, February's almost gone. So here is the February readings for each individual zodiac sign. If you haven't checked those out, they're still good up until the end of the month, of course. And Marches I just finished up today, and they will be coming out at midnight, Friday night, or Saturday morning, however you look at that. But that'll be coming out on Saturday, so I'm excited for those two. All right, so enough of that. Let me get my desktop set up, and we will get a moving and a grooving. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful, amazing day or night, wherever you're at in the world. And just get my little desktop here. There we go. A little better. I can see things a little better. Now, if you're new to my channel or to these readings, what I do is for the free readings, I start at the very top and I move down in the chat. First come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is the list. And all you have to do is put your question out, and eventually I may get down to it. The free ones get very long very fast, but we'll do our best in the 2 hours that I'm on to get to that. I do try to keep it down to 1 to 2 cards, readings for the free ones just to try to get through as many as I can. But if anyone makes a donation, I do step out of the free readings to honor that energy exchange, complete that readings. I do go deeper into those, and then I return back to the free readings and go back in order um, as uh, as they came in. So to make a donation, you can use the super chat down below. It's a little dollar bill sign, whatever. YouTube does take about a third of that. So if you have another way, if you want to, I have Venmo and Cash App, which don't take any fees, and Square and PayPal. All those are listed up in the description box. I'm sorry, not the description box. Oh, the description box of this video, but also the pinned comment at the top. So whatever's convenient for you, that's how you do that. So we'll get started. I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Sasha. And I see you have your question out here on what is coming for you in March. Absolutely. So I have a new deck that came for my birthday, the Ravenous Dracon or Dragon. So let's take a look here and see what they have for you for March, Sasha. All right. And let's see what we've got going on. Okay, that went to that one and that one. All right. All right, very good. And actually, the heater kicked on already. All this energy flowing. Woof. Okay. So let's take a look here and see what we have happening here. All right. We'll see here if anyone, yeah, I know, right? If there's any love in there, you do have the Four of Swords coming in here, and the Four of Swords represents your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations, and it is a peace of mind. So there is this calmness that comes into your mind during, you know, the month, because you can even see here. I love how he's on the Ace of Swords and he's resting and he's feels safe and secure. These three swords are the expectations. So I feel like what is happening here, you are um, coming to this wonderful place within your mindset about things, letting go of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. And you're really seeing here, especially with the Justice card also coming in for you here. You can see they've got the scales and the Ace of Swords here. This is the balancing out. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. In March, you're being drawn to see things. And this Pisces energy that we have here really impacts us as a whole collective. It draws us higher, it draws us into this spiritual connection, which does impact you most of March, because this is you seeing things from this higher perspective. Because with both of these swords cards coming in here, they're very much just cutting away these fears of losing conditional love. So things unfold where you are like drawn upward, because you also are really looking at your life in a different perspective here. Um, you got three pentacles that come here within March. The Five of Pentacles is a change card, transformation. It changes you from feeling these kind of this beliefs in lack. And this all has to do with your relationship to the outside world. But it has to do with this feelings of lack, these feelings of being left out in the cold, left behind, like abandonment type of feel, and it transforms because you're really seeing things from a higher perspective. You're seeing that your worth or your sustenance doesn't come from humans, it actually comes from spirit. And that though in the past humans have really let you down, because that's what happens when they get into fear. They go into self-sufficient mode, right? They go into survival mode, pull back all their support and like pull the rug out from underneath you. So we learn, oh my gosh, I when I'm dependent upon humans to bring me my sustenance, I have every right to be fearful. But there's this transformation where you're realizing it's spirit, it's creator that brings you what you need in each moment. And so their love for us is eternal and unconditional, which means that it's not wishy-washy like the love and support of these human characters that we play, right? So there is this change of where you're building this relationship with the upper world and have this trust coming in that you will have what you need in each moment, which does bring in this. I love that you have the Knight of Pentacles, who is, all knights quest after something. That's what knights do. This one quest after the Ace of Pentacles, which is about their worth in relationship to the outside world. They're in pursuit of it to try to understand it. And with that Five of Pentacles, it's definitely like whatever's happening in March is allowing you to really face that and transform it in a positive way, because you have the Page of Pentacles, which is you achieving and receiving this Page of Pentacles, new opportunities opening up in the outside world. Now, I don't see like romance in here. So, I know you went, haha, does it involve someone special? I don't see like romance budding in March. I see more opportunities opening up in the outside world regarding your relation to your worth into the outside world. So, but you do here, you have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is this like movement into a new path, moving in a new direction because of this information, because of what unfolds and how you see your worth and your perspective. You actually end up changing some wonderful directions in the outside world in March. Um, Seeing a past person, I feel like this is not. I don't see like cups in relationship. I see more opportunities in like changing the way you perceive yourself. Which, I mean, if you happen to bump into someone and you realize, I don't even like them anymore, I don't have that interest, or I don't feel as low about myself when I interact with them or whatever, that could be. I don't see specifically like a budding or a reignite of any type of relationship, but there's going to be different things that happen in March that really allow you to look at your worth and transform it into a different way. Um, let's see here. You're funny. So, that was for March. What I did all that for. So, if you're wanting April, we can do another one for April if you're wanting to look at that. But for March, I really see it's more around the pentacles, the changes that you're making, and you are the one that, with all this new way of looking at things, you switch directions and go a different direction. So, so that is the answer to your original question there. Yeah, I know, right? So if you want to look into April, we can do that another time, or if you want to do another donation for later, we can do that one as well. Um, yeah, perfect. There you go. So that would definitely be right on key with the new job. Absolutely. So again, thank you so much for your donation, Sasha, and at a very progressive um, you know, March in the outside world. So I like that. You are very welcome. And I do have another donation. Hey, Christy. And a general reading. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what. Very good. Okay. What else for Christy? All right. I do want that one. What else? All right. Anything else? All right. What is this? What is this? Okay. Well, looks like you do have, yeah, some little changes coming up here because you do have the death and rebirth card and the world card, which is endings and new beginnings. So there is this very transformational energy that is happening right now for you with these cards. So because you have those things, and then you also have the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. And I mean, this came flying out here too, which also with transformation. I really feel like a lot of this has to do with your view of yourself too, like very transformational. Because I mean, I swear I put these back in all separate is what I do when I shuffle, and they come flying out again. So here's the Five of Pentacles, which I just talked about. So the worth and the way you're looking at yourself, not looking to the outside world for your sustenance, but looking inward and upward, transforming these feelings of lack around yourself. And the reason I say yourself is because these other two cards really speak to um, like a Xena warrior princess feel to it, where you are really, I mean, you're stepping into your power here. The Queen of Wands, of course, she rolls over the fire, and the Queen of Swords rolls over the air and mind, right? Both of them are given water. So you have this definite connection to the spirit world, and you're getting messages like crazy. Really, um, I feel like you're getting validation too from spirit and from other people in your life too. But the Queen of Wands is someone that can really super focus her energy and get stuff done. And I feel like you're really stepping into this where you're stepping up in your power and you're not afraid to take charge. Whereas before, people would, like if you in a group of people and everyone's waiting for someone to take charge and everyone waits and waits and then someone normally does. Well, I feel like you're stepping up faster when no one else is, right? And even before, I feel like you're just building this confidence stronger and stronger here because the Queen of Swords here, you're cutting away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that you used to have about yourself that were so limiting, that felt like where you felt you were lacking in different areas, and you're realizing, you know what, I'm not lacking. If I'm not informed about something, that's different. You know, um, it's like being a brain surgeon. Well, no, you can't just walk into a surgical room and work on it. We have to study it. We have to understand it. So I think it just feels like you're really stepping into your power here, because you're realizing, you know what, I could study anything and do anything if I wanted to. So it's not because I'm stupid, it's just because I haven't learned that yet. And I can learn it and then I'll be great at it. I just feel like this energy here really stepping up into this right now. And very transformational, though. I feel like it's, with the Death card and the World card together, I just feel like it's like they're going way overboard with it and going, "It's the end of an era, and we're going into a whole new era." It's the golden ages now, Christy, is what you're going into, because it just feels like you are so getting so expressive and brave and courageous, and I really like it. So I just really feel like you're stepping up and up and up and into your power, is what they are bringing through right now. So very, like I said, I want to do the Xena Warrior Princess yell, but I don't want to bust everyone's ear out. So you can do that in the privacy of your home there, Christy. So I love that for you. And thank you again so much for your donation. And I can't wait to see what you do with this power. What's going on here? Love it, love it, love it. All right. You are very welcome. All right. I think that's all my donations. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right. He's in there. All right. So we will go to the top of the free readings and start off. And Juliana Alikia, you are up next. And you want to know, is it a good idea to start trading? Will it be profitable for you? All right. So, of course, when questions like this kind of come up, it's the same with like medical and stuff. Tarot should never replace consulting a financial advisor, and you're always encouraged to make your own decisions. So, with that said, then we'll pull cards for entertainment purposes. I know. It's not like the olden days. All right, so let's take a look here. All these other cards came out here, and I realized we're doing a free reading. Oh my gosh. So it's actually these two cards are the first two that popped out here. And we have this Fool card, it's jumping off, taking a risk, look, and Three of Swords, disappointment and heartbreak. So I kind of feel like normally the Fool card is like, woo, a new journey, a new adventure, leap. But they're like, but it brings disappointment. So with these two cards together, that would be a no for that question, Juliana. It doesn't feel like it's right now is profitable for you. Can always check later, but right now they're saying they wouldn't do it. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. We'll continue moving on down the free list. Vidi Jalan, hello. So you'd like career guidance regarding your fashion design. So let's take a look here. Watch that one and that one. So let's see what we have here. So you've got both the Six of Cups and the Hierophant. Now, the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, looking back at your childhood and memories. Sometimes it's people coming back from the past, but I don't feel like that for you. I feel like uh, the Hierophant, which is really this journey of going inside of you and finding out what your truth is. How do you truly want to express yourself? And I love this, especially how ornamented and beautiful this is, that there is this revisiting your childhood. It's almost like, especially in fashion design, how things go out of style, but then things are brought back. I feel like going back and visiting earlier childhood and even like your parents' earlier childhood, that there's like this combination, like you will see some fashion, some old pictures, look into the past, and just I feel like you're going to have these spark of ideas of, oh, I can take that and but I'm going to make this with it, or I'm going to add this to it and make it look like this instead, or instead of that material I'm going to make it out of this, and it's going to be totally different, but it's the you're getting these stylish ideas in this fashion design from the past. And so I really feel like looking at family albums of early family albums and earlier like even like I said, your parents' childhood and even into your grandparents, just looking back over things, and you're just like all these ideas start hitting you too. So I like that for you, VD. So enjoy going down memory lane. All right. So that's what they have. Many, many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. And self love, you are up next. You want to know the upcoming blessings in your life. Let's see what we have here. All right. Ooh. So you have the Sun card and the Two of Cups. So this is a significant relationship coming in. Could be romantic or best friend. It's definitely significant relationship of some kind. And you have the Sun card here too, which is victory, brightness. Just it's one of the most successful cards to come in here. So I really love this combination because it's very bright. A lot of success, a lot of wonderful. It has this feeling of joy and sunshine. And then the Two of Cups. I mean, you can't go wrong with that either. So wonderful combination here. I feel like the sun reflects out and it gives you like this best friend or this relationship, whatever this heart to heart relationship that kicks in, it just, of course, changes your whole viewpoint of the world. Things that would have really irritated you or that you'd have been like, oh, you're just like, oh well. It's like that, when people meet someone and um they have this feeling like, oh my God, I could get hit by a semi and I wouldn't even feel it. I feel like that's what's coming for you. So I feel like it's more than just a friendship, but it's definitely just this wonderful feeling of joy that's overflowing from it. So I like it for you, self love. Here it comes. Absolutely. Well, great. Yeah, I love it too. I love this side of him too. This is the other side of all the cards. So I really like it. All right, Stella, you are up next for the next free reading. And so you want to know your result in your upcoming exam for which you're preparing for. That's good. I'm glad you're preparing for it for sure. That will definitely help your situation, right? So you have the Tower card. Don't forget about that because you also have the Page of Cups, which the Page of Cups is this overflowingness. And I feel like the tower tells us that things are brought into our life on purpose and removed from our life on purpose for a purpose. But there's this power of the tower of I get to decide what it means when it happens. And this Ace of Cups here tells me that as long as it's almost like this is what you fear, and these are your choices, you can go into this exam fearing the results, and there's going to be this shaking, this rattling, that happens because that's what happens when our human mind goes into fear. We're gone, and all that stuff you studied is gone with it. So if you find yourself anxious, meditate, breathe, whatever you can to calm yourself before you go take the test. Just go in very calm. And if you feel anxiety going, just breathe deep to keep that fear at bay. So you keep that beautiful human brain to do that from, which is the Page of Cups. This would become this chalice, this holy grail full of love, because that's what will keep you calm. That's what will keep you um, and be very successful on your exam. So you're doing the studying. They're saying that, you know, test anxiety is test fear. And if you have test love instead, then you're released. So if you look into why, if you're fearing failing the exam, sometimes just facing the fears allows them to be what it is. It's like, what am I so scared for? I know when I was going to college in high school and everything, it's like, you know what? It is what it is, especially college. I can retake the class over, and yeah, my GPA, it'll impact it, but so what? I'm gonna do my best, and if it's not, um, enough, then it's not enough, and I'm gonna do the best I can, and then you do well because you're not in fear. But if you're in fear, then all that knowledge you studied gets pushed out because we go into fight or flight mode, and it wants you to react, not think. So to think, we become calm. So I feel like that's what they're letting you know. Just the power that's in your hands for it, because they're showing you two different possibilities because you hold the power within it. So I like it for you, Stella. What a wonderful opportunity. I know, right? So many, many blessings. All right, very good, VD. Can't wait to see eventually. I know we have to keep it under wraps, but I can't wait to see what you do. All right. So the next free reading up is Ravleen. Hello, hello. I am doing well, and hope you're doing well as well. And you want to know if you and Soon Zo will be married. Are you divine to be a couple? And so he doesn't know you yet. So when will you meet? Well, let's take a look here and see what they're willing to tell you right now. Relationships are always an adventure. They don't want to spoil it all. So I don't have cups here. I don't have relationship. I see here more with the Justice card and the King of Swords. This is all about thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations. And this is an opportunity to really look at here. You have the little scales for the balancing and the Ace of Swords. Well, the King of Swords, they actually have the Ace of Swords too. So both of these cards are about commanding and taking a look at your beliefs and mindsets around relationship, around marriage. What do you truly want? Not what other people or what you've been told all of your life you're supposed to want and should want, need to want, and have to want, and all that. Because we are inundated with those since we're very young, all throughout our lives. These two cards are all about um, diving, going from to this higher perspective. The king of swords, he rolls over air, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So this is all about thought and belief and mindset, and so is the justice card. It's the balancing out, looking at cutting away those small t truths of the human, which is those fears of losing conditional love, cutting those away. They don't serve you anymore. And opening and expanding and seeing things from this different perspective. Because what happens when we get into so many expectations, we have these blinders that come in, the road of the way things have to happen and should happen and need to happen, have to happen, gets very small. And to find a relationship within this one, Spirit used to joke and say, that's back ordered for 1,000 years. But if you open up your expectations and start questioning why you want certain things and around yourself, the expectations of yourself and the other person and how it has to unfold, and then what does it look like after it unfolds, and blah blah blah, the more you expand it, these things come to you sooner. But if we keep on this very, very thin that it has to be this and it has to come a certain way and be a certain way, then that's where we face our disappointments. So I don't feel like with all these cards that they are saying that you would be married, that there's this destiny. They want you to focus more on your expectations around everything to free up so that you'll draw in an individual that's more in alignment with what your high heart truly wants, not all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are from the past that have been put upon you for your life. So that's what they have for you. I know. But just know that it's always, always for our highest good. So if we, if this doesn't end up unfolding, it means there's something so much better for you. So it's trusting the creator and trusting the upper forces. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. And LA, you'll be the next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Juliana. And you want to know, will you find a job or income in March? You've been jobless for more than 2 years. Someone told you that you were clearing some karma. Oh, you know, my the view that spirit gave me on karma isn't one of like punishment and clearing. It's more of experience that, if we like in one lifetime were this, tyrant that took money from people and whatever, we're not punished another lifetime and put into the other scenario and have our money taken away where we're in poverty or whatever. It's more out of curiosity. Okay, I experienced this side, but I want to know what they felt, or someone witnessing it. We want to see the different perspectives. So it's not so much clearing away and punishment and reaping what you're sowing. It's like we're curious, powerful beings, and we willingly want to experience the opposite of it. So I don't feel like it's karma. So I agree with you. I don't feel like that's what is happening. But let's take a look here and see what they have for you for March. Okay. Well, I like that. I like that. Okay. Yeah. So you have the King of Cups. So the balancing of heart and mind is coming in here. So I feel like with your job search, um, expand it not to just be what's of your mind, like, well, this would be good and this is what pays well and this is what everyone, would think is a good job. They're like kind of like let your heart also be in there to have a say so in what you want to do and where you want to head. Because you do have the Five of Swords here, which is conflicting thoughts. It's like and conflicting beliefs. So it's like your mind has one thing, but then your heart has another. And so that's like inside, and probably even in your subconscious, is where this battle is raging because your mind wants to do the responsible thing that we've all been told is responsible, but your heart is, I want to live and I want to go do this. May not be as much money, but I want to do this, and you'll love it so much more. And you actually will excel at it and move up and get even more because you love it rather than a job that you, I got to go to work today. You're like, I get to go to work today. Now I've got to, I get to, there's a difference here that's coming in. And I do see with you doing that, with you changing that, it does change things. The Eight of Pentacles is the movement in the outside world. Since we're talking about job, this would be a yes. But it's if you got to change it to your heart, that is, so it's like expanding your search for jobs to something that you would love doing, not what's responsible to do, if that makes sense. Because this does result in movement in the outside world and brings in income and a job. Because you also have the King of Pentacles, which is about abundance coming in. But that Knight of Wands, again, here is you stepping into your power and your energy and bringing that in. One of the things with the Knight of Wands, they quest after this Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands teaches you that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. So if you focus on lack, if you focus in on what you're missing, what you fear will come or not come, or what's in your life that you don't want, when we focus energy on that, it grows and expands and it feeds it, right? So if we focus in on it's been 2 years, it's going to expand that. But if we're like, we focus in on gratitude for what is in our life, for this time that you've not worked. It's like, thank you for what I've had, but this is what you want to, have to come in to your life. Focus on joy, celebration, unconditional love, and that energy draws in because like attracts like. So if we're focused on lack, we draw lack to us. If we focus on abundance and gratitude and thankfulness, that comes in. So there is this, we can, start off just thank you, Creator, Mother and Father of all things, for giving me. I've had everything I needed in each moment, or I wouldn't be here right now. So thank you for bringing me what I need, and I thank you for allowing me to learn about my power. And it's just you focus on that gratitude, then things, yeah, light attracts light, and like also attracts like. So I like that. Light attracts light. So that's what they have for you, Juliana. So I like it. And again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Many blessings to you. You are very welcome. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. And we're to LA. Just need to take a quick sip here. So LA, is there anything that Michael Aries wished he said to you? Sure. Let's take a look here and see what he had here. Well, so Michael the Aries, the Seven of Cups here, it's like um emotionally confused, right? A lot of emotion, a lot of stuff that was going on around them in their heart, right? So they had all this stuff that was going on, and um it's almost like they're saying, I was confused, I was emotionally confused, what are you gonna do? Because they have the Two of Cups, very much about, you know, I mean, so much cups here. The Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. Queen of Cups, She rolls over water, is given a second portion of water. So deep diver, deep into the emotions. Um, I feel like this is saying that, um, what he wished he'd said is that he loved you more, if he didn't tell you, because he was like he felt this wonderful bond here, um, and I feel like they're saying you knew it intuitively, you felt it. You're like a, I feel like he wanted to call you. You're a you were one of those witches, you know things, and in a funny laughing way. But he was like he knew that you knew, but he wished he would have said it and said it more often. But like you said, he was emotionally confused a lot here. But he is around you all the time now, and you can sense him. Again with that Queen of Cups. Trust your intuition, trust your gut. The messages, the stuff that you feel, the sense, it is them that is doing those things that you are like, I wonder if that was them. Yeah, it is, because that they are a little, I don't want to say shenanigans. They liked playing jokes, I feel like, but even more so on the other side, we're so giddy on the other side because we're in this place of unconditional love that when we come close to the veil, we're even almost, it's like we're like high in a way, because we're so close to the opposite of unconditional love, that's where this contrast comes in, just so much starker. But So he is telling you now to trust your intuition, trust your gut. You do sense him when he's around. You just have to shut up and listen sometimes. So funny person. But I like it. I definitely feel the love. So um, yeah, so that's what they have for you, LA. So many blessings to you. Right, and we're moving down the free list here. We have lovely Lovey. Anyone know any messages from your dad in spirit? And especially during Pisces season, we all have such a beautiful ability to hear and listen. The veil is very thin for us all. So I like it. Your dad. So I like this message together. This the devil card and the Fool card, major arcana. So it's a significant message that they have for you here, because it is him telling you this rattling of your cage, the shaking of all these expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, all this pressure that you put on yourself from all these rules. And they're like, yeah, I know I gave you some of them, but that was my job. But they're saying that, when you look at all of these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, that's what the devil card does. Our shadow, it's Saturn energy, Capricorn energy. It shakes in our cage to make us realize all of these um, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, these fears we have that keep us caged and keep us trapped, because they want you to put the Full card over there. The Full card is making a leap, making a jump, going forward, because the Full card, this is like a beginning. Like our soul, when it first comes here, it has like, it's a zero card. It has zero expectations. It's like, here's the adventure. And that's what they're encouraging you to do, is like, let go of all those. They're so proud of you. There's nothing you can do to make them not proud. And so don't fear making a mistake. Jump forward, step forward, whatever it is in your life that you're wanting, you know, guidance on, or that you have, like, I don't know if I should or not, and you're tentative, something you really want to do, but you're afraid. They're like, go for it. And so that's what they have for you, lovely Lovey. I like it. So, very, very joyful energy. I mean, I feel their energy of their higher self on the other side, which is always that, but I also have a taste of their character they played here, and he was quite a character. I like him. But that's what they have for you, lovely Lovey. Many blessings to you. All right. And Cynthia, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Crow's Nest. I appreciate that. Jessica. Anyone, what will Brandon's next actions be towards you in love? A commitment soon? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. Well, we've got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So it's like a dance. It's funny. All right. Wow. So the first card is like the Ace of Wands, which is energy and power and um, it's fire. It's out of all of them, it's kind of a movement card of sorts. But the there's this energy here. Let me just show you here because the King of Wands also came up, which is about the combination of these. I mean, he has the Ace of Wands here, stepping up, taking action. So I feel like it's gonna be coming here. And then I got the Seven of Pentacles, which the Seven of Pentacles is about it takes time for things to unfold. And like you said, maybe you feel like they're taking their good old time, but it takes time for fruit to grow on a fruit tree. It's the last thing that appears is the fruit. And so this is like, yeah, there's action, 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 but it's taking its time. It's like um they're showing me like a dog who, like when you take them walking on a leash and they are just like almost choking themselves, because they're like, when they want to go, their legs are like on the ground because it's a slippery ground. They're wanting to go, they're wanting to go, they're wanting to go. But, it's like slow, like Spirit has everything at a slow pace right now because of the Six of Pentacles here. And the Six of Pentacles is this codependency awareness card. This is why the Seven of Pentacles has been activated. This is for the benefit of both of you because you're both learning about your tendency, and more so, I feel maybe more so you, that to overgive, right? To feel like you have to give and give and give to get deserve a little back. We talk about this on the channel a lot when because the Six of Pentacles comes up a lot in relationship readings, and I think it's because of our culture, especially in the last few decades, because children almost get left behind in the busyness of life. And so, whether it's parents, it's usually parents, but can be grandparents, other siblings, friends, whatever it is, whoever, when we were younger, usually 7 years old and younger, when we had to overgive and overdo and do extreme things to get a little bit of attention. As children, we learn this rate of exchange of love gets way out of whack, right? It's like 1,000 to 1. We have to give 1,000 love coins to get 1 love coin back. And we're like, okay, we're children. We didn't know any better, right? And so that rate of exchange drops down into our subconscious. And then it just runs down there without us knowing, like, why do I feel like I have to overgive or exceed? And at school and work and all my friendships and my relationships and blah 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 blah. And it's like, oh, because that's all in the unconscious. So the Seven of Pentacles has been slowing things down so you can get this taken care of before you move into this deeper relationship, into the next steps, because it's going to be so much better. So what you can do is look back at 7 years old and younger and go, who was it that I felt I had to overdo it to get the love I wanted? Probably parents, but you'll know. You'll be like, oh, and that just brings it from the subconscious to the conscious. And then there's this little edit button. You're like, oh, and you click on it and it lets you into the field. And you backspace, backspace, backspace to get rid of those zeros on that 1,000 and save to make it 1 to 1. And then that goes back into the subconscious. And then it's like, it just takes care of it. You allow yourself to go, you know what? I can receive as much as I give. And it's a blessing because codependent relationships, especially when you're an overgiver, because you give and give and give until you're exhausted. And then you give and give and give until you're resentful. And then we don't allow them to give to us. And then, because I'm a recovering enabler in codependent relationships, right? So I get it. We don't allow them to give to us because we can't keep up with that rate of exchange 1 to 1,000, and then they end up giving to their jobs and become workaholics, or they, go to the gym or a hobby, or invest all that in their friends or affairs, and it's like, no, 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 I don't want all that. I want to allow them to give to me and not anywhere else. So that's why this is an important piece, and why this has um change, this slowness is happening right now. As soon as that's looked at, here's dream come true with the star card, wish fulfillment, 6 of Swords, changing of old mindsets to new mindsets, old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, which is all about equal give and receive. Because here's the 6 of Pentacles and moves into the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is movement, and so movement towards wish fulfillment is what happens. So it's all in your hot little hands there, Jessica, which is the best place for it to be, within your control, no one else's. I always liked that. I'm like, at first I was like, "Oh, it's me," and then I'm like, "Oh, good. Thank God it's me, because I'm the one that gets to, uh, act on it and change it and transform it." So I like that. Ooh, look at that! Boom! Drop the mic. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Yeah, but it's difficult for you to stop giving, right? It's like, it's like an addiction. I know, because it's scary, because we're when with that 1 to 1,000, we feel like we're falling behind and we're going bankrupt because they're giving to us, and I can't keep up with it. So, yeah, so if we dive deep into the take care of that, look into it, just bringing it from the subconscious to the conscious will take care of it. It'll transform it, and then you'll be like, wow, I actually let people buy lunch for me. I actually let people give stuff to me without, no, no, I don't deserve it. Instead, you say, thank you so much, I love you. you know so I love where you're headed with this. So but that's why it's happening and the way it's happening. And I have no question whatsoever that you're just going to journal, 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 get it all brought up and done, done and done. So that's what they have for you, Jessica. Again, thank you so much for your donation, and I can't wait, because the faster you do that, the more deeply you do it, the faster it all speeds up too. You are very welcome. All right. And we left off with Cynthia. Cynthia. My goodness. Let me refresh these cards. Girl, with Eric the Leo. Oh, well, no wonder. I don't blame you. That fiery energy, huh? So let's take a look here. Is there a little Eric Junior or Erica going on in there? Uh, Queen of Pentacles, new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. She's usually pregnant in a lot of the pictures. King of Swords. This is all about expectations and, um, uh, yeah, I mean, this is the King of Swords is communication and master of communication. So I don't know if you're an air sign, but here, yeah, you're gonna have to do some. I feel like, oh, okay, they're just like, hello, this is news, this is communication, this is so news about this. You'll be soon finding out here. So I feel like with these coming together, you might have a little one on the way. So, which is beautiful. You're such a good mom. Um, but that's what they have for you right now with those 2 cards coming through, Cynthia. So congratulations. And many blessings to you. Sending you lots and lots and lots of love. So that is what they have for you. So we'll continue moving down the list. I know, Cynthia. Uh, so Dajona, you are up next. You want to know whatever comes out, and I want to grab a nature spirit oracle card for you. Take a look here and see what they have here. I feel like we have just this big soul family. I don't thank you guys enough just for all the love I feel from all of you here. Wow. So, Dajona, you have gathering your tribe. Speaking of gathering your tribe, I feel like we are a tribe. I love it. And let's see what they have for you here. Well, you are loved and you are lovable. You deserve love. Support in all forms is flowing toward you. You can relax. There's so much love around you. Communicate from your heart. Share your truth. You are safe. Diminish your time with those who do not empower you or believe in you. Your native spirit wants you to know that if the gathering, your tribe card chooses you, this means that sustenance in all forms is flowing into your life. Your people are those who resonate with you. Your people can include animals, plants, minerals, and trees, as well as people. Be willing to ask for what you want in life. And this is the time to put your needs before the needs of others, which I know is tough, but uh, this is the time to do that. Your tribe is waiting to support and nurture you as you nurture yourself. Sometimes your friends are more your family than blood relatives. So find your people and cherish them. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And all these cards that come with a journey. And so if this resonates, it says spend time with friends and family members who see the best in you. Don't spend time with dream stompers. Take classes, share meals, take time to find your people. You will live longer and be happier. I like it. What a great message. That's that energy I was feeling. Is I feel like a tribe, like we just have this wonderful bond with all of you guys that come into these live sessions. I just feel your presence. Whether you pop in and out, your energy is still here and present. So I love it. That's what they have for you, Dajona. So many, many blessings. Vibe away and tribe away. I like it. All right. So, spiritual diva Anjali, you'd like a love reading for March. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. Oh no. Sorry. Well, you have the suspended, which is the hanged man in the standard tarot. This one just calls it suspended. So things are suspended. It's like you're in a cocoon. The tower card does say though here, people are brought into your life on purpose and out of your life on purpose. So March does have this shake and bake thing going on here, but I feel like you're still in this hanging mode here, looking down here, watching things unfold and things change, um, in your life. But it's trusting that what is taken out of your life is moved out of your life on purpose for purpose, to make space for um, you know things, or to get things out of your way for you to move forward. I just completed the March monthly readings, and it talks a lot about, there's a lot of new energy in March, because we have the switching of the equinoxes, spring and fall equinox. So that's the falling away and things coming in. Also, we move from Pisces to Aries, so it's the ending of the astrological cycle as we begin again with the baby Aries. and go through that. And there's even a new moon on the spring equinox. So there's a lot of new coming in. So I feel like you might have things being moved out, and then around the toward the end, around the 18th, 19th, 20th is probably when the new things start to come in. Um, but I feel like things are on hold right now. But there could be someone coming in. That tower card keeps slipping in, going, "Well, we're making space for something new." But I don't feel like it necessarily comes in March. I feel like the space is being cleared, and it's like the carpets are being cleaned and it's being repainted. It's getting ready for someone new to come in. Is kind of what I feel with that. So that's what they have for you now, Anjali. So many blessings to you. So very good. Sterling, yeah, I wouldn't say close. You're probably 10 people away, maybe. All right. So Dollface Diva, you're up and you'd like a spirit message. So let's take a look here and see what they have for you here. Wow. So you definitely have the pentacles coming in here. Three of Pentacles talks about you staying true to your authentic self. Try not to get drawn off into expectations about who people are telling you you should be and you need to be and you're supposed to be. People who might bully you or whatever if you don't do what they tell you to do. They're like, don't worry about them. Also, the people that you're afraid of losing their support, they're like, don't worry about that. Stay true to your authentic self, because that is where you get this abundance from. That's where this flows in and your life feels so much more full. So if you're like in a crossroads, you're trying to make decisions and choices, don't worry so much about the people and what everyone else thinks or wants. This is a time in your life. Definitely, they're telling you to put you first, choose your authentic path, because that's where it's the most abundant and for your highest experience at this time of your life. So that's what they have for you, Diva. So go forward, go forward. And Princess Pinky, you'll be the next free reading coming up. And we're at the top of the first hour. So I like to do a quick public service announcement just to let everyone know how it all works. I am usually on for 2 hours, so I'll be on for about another hour. And I do go in order for the free readings, first come, first serve. I try to go through as many of those as I can. Um, I try to do 1 to 2 card readings for the free ones so I can get through as many as I can. But if anyone makes a donation, I do step out of line, complete those to honor that energy exchange, and I do go deeper into those. And then I step back in and where I left off in the free readings and continue to go down the list. I think that's it. As I get more towards the end of the second hour, I'll have other options, which um, this is the beginning of my where I'm live every night, Wednesday through Sunday, and also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings too. So that has been your public service announcement. Now back to the regular scheduled program. As soon as I take a sip. All right, Princess Pinky, you would like a spirit message as well. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. I like it. So you do have the Ace of Swords coming in here, which shows that you have been really focusing on your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, like your expectations, because the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, and allows you to cut away at the small t truths, which are the fears of losing conditional love in the human world, all that stuff that you've been taught. So I really feel you've been really looking at this, because I feel like you've been getting a lot of release expectation cards around relationship, because you have the 10 of Cups coming in, which is emotional fulfillment. The 9 of Cups is like the wish fulfillment. You're finding the love within and you fill up and overflow. So I feel like you've been really working on your self love, expanding it, because here comes this beautiful overflow of 10 of Cups. So, they are recognizing that you've been doing that inner work, been looking at that, expanding the self love more and more and more, and you're going to be uh, reaping the benefits of the work that you've been doing in that. So it's coming. Just hang in there. Just keep on working on that while you're waiting. But they're like, "Shh, it's a coming. It's a coming." So I like it. So that is what they have for you right now, Pinky. And next up, we have Maju. Hello. You want to know the upcoming blessings in your life. So let's take a look here. Wow, you got some nice stability coming in here. You've got the Four of Wands and the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, emotional stability coming in, and the Four of Wands, energetic stability. So things are not going to be feeling so up and down and all over the place. The Three of Cups, you might have been feeling this kind of dissatisfaction or boredom of the love that you were having, the same old, same old. I almost feel like this, is everybody a jerk? Not that everyone is. It feels like you've been attracting the same person in three different bodies, right? But here comes a fourth cup, which brings the emotional stability in because you're being called to this wonderful, place of love and overflowing. It's like it's about time, right? It feels like that for you. But the Four of Wands also represents joy, celebration, even wedding. So you might be having like this invitation to a wedding, and you might just absolutely meet someone there. But it feels very stable, very beautiful, joyful type of energy. Fours are like a huge dining table with four huge legs, right? It's a very solid foundation. So I feel like this blessing that's coming up is stability. It is this feeling of I'm good and I'm liking what's happening right now. So I like that for you. And that's what they have right now, Manju. So many, many blessings for you. Right. We'll continue moving down the list. DT444, and he'd like to know any messages from him. The him. Dun dun dun. Let's take a look here. What are these? So we've got both the Five of Cups and the Ace of Cups. A lot of emotion going on here. Five of Cups is like usually the three cups are the ones that are spelt. And then the 2 cups are behind, and the 3 cups represent, any kind of, disappointment and heartache, any of the emotions rooted in fear that have happened, and it's a great reminder that we come here on purpose, for a purpose, to experience these opposite emotions, these emotions rooted in fear, because in experiencing sadness, we understand the happiness of back home more, experiencing the conditional love of the world, we understand the unconditional love of the other world, which is the Ace of Cups. This is full of the unconditional love of up above. So, you get to experience this unconditional love against this Five of Cups, which was disappointment and, those feelings of, um, just sadness, betrayal, whatever, we experience, right? But the Two of Cups is our power of choice, which once we realize that, it's okay to feel what I want to feel, but every moment is a choice between two cups. And these are the two choices, either the unconditional love of up above or the fear of losing conditional love, right? And we realize, and neither is right and neither is wrong with all of this because they just are different, you know? The fear, emotions, and all of that we feel, it feels constrictive. It makes us feel small. It makes us feel trapped, and we get to feel all those delicious emotions rooted in fear. Whereas unconditional love is expansive, enlarging. It feels warm. Fear feels cold, but we get to all these emotions rooted in unconditional love, like joy and laughter and all that. So we get to experience both. And when we realize that we're not trapped and only feeling these fears rooted to, the losing conditional love, that we can choose unconditional love emotions as well. There's this empowerment that comes in through all of this. So I feel like the messages from him is you get to choose what emotion you feel in each moment, and neither is wrong, neither is right. But feel your feels, allow yourself to feel, don't suppress or what's it called, repressed and suppressed emotions. Don't allow yourself to feel, but don't feel trapped in feeling certain things. Allow yourself to feel all the myriad of emotions, but you don't have to live in any particular one. Flow and feel the feels. Um, so there's this empowering message that's coming through for that. Is that your emotions are yours and no one else's. So I like that for you. But that's what they have for you right now, Aditi. So many, many blessings for you. All right. So, Star Girl, you are up next. What do you need to know right now? So, let's take a look here. All right. What else? Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. So, it looks like you might have this star card as wish fulfillment. Even see this cup pouring out here. Here's the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion coming. So, I really feel that what you need to know right now is that, there is this. The Knight of Cups always reminds me of like a knight in shining armor, whether it's male or female or how they identify. It's this beautiful uh, person who's questing after love, but they're offering this Ace of Cups, and I feel like it's coming to you, and I feel like this is what this wish fulfillment card is coming in. Is look, it's really this is what you're searching for and this is what you're getting here. It's like, thank you. I mean, they even look all happy and satisfied, right? So I love this for you. So I feel like what they're saying to you is don't give up hope. That's, the star card is the hope card too. Don't give up hope. Your wishes are on their way. There is a movement coming, even though you may not see it. There is movement that's headed your way emotionally, regarding love. So I like it for you, Star Girl. That's what they have. All right. Many blessings. All right. Rose, you are up. How will your soulmate be? Anything that spirit wants you to know about them right now? Wow. And I put that back in the deck and it came flying back out again. This was just out, but here's the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So what this is telling you, um, what the spirit would like you to know about your soulmate is that they are a lover, because you have the Knight of Cups who's offering it. The Page of Cups is a new love, and they're going to bring you love that is higher than you have ever experienced before, too, because the Page of Cups feels like at another level. It feels like, this beautiful, beautiful, it's almost feels magical, the energy that I'm feeling from it. And so sometimes, especially and depending on which societies that we're in, you know, men have been taught, or soulmates are. Everyone is taught to suppress their emotions. But since you mentioned about him, it really stood out that a lot of men are taught to suppress and be tough, but they're really in tune with their emotions and they're not afraid it. They're not an emotional wreck. You're like, oh God, no. It's someone who is willing to share their emotions and share. They're vulnerable, but they're strong as well. So I like that for you, and that's what they want you to know right now, Rose. A little bit of a tidbit there. So we'll continue moving down the list. And Mirabelle, you are up. So, how does your boyfriend see you in general? And is something bothering him? So, that's how he sees you. And is something bothering you? We'll pull two cards. How he sees you. Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is this. So, this is how he sees you. which is movement, which is someone who puts in the hard work and does the tough stuff, but that also brings you abundance. It also you're not afraid to commit and to do to do what needs to be done to bring success. And so he sees you as someone who doesn't give up, and that wouldn't give up on them either. So I really like that, that they see you that way, which in extremes can be not healthy either, right? Sometimes you need to give up. You don't want to be a stalker, but no, but there's this at some point, if it's unhealthy for you, you go. But I don't feel like that's um, anything that's uh, being brought up by spirit as a warning or anything. I just want to make sure that's clear. Something bothering him. We got the temperance card. I feel like there's this out of balance stuff that's going on in the world. I just feel like they're becoming impatient with some things in their world. Just these expectations of the outside world isn't happening fast enough. I just feel like they're just like a go, 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 go. Maybe a fire sign, not to diss fire signs. You just are, or he has a lot of fire in his chart. Fire wants to burn, it wants to go. It's like talked about earlier. It's a puppy who's been in its kennel all day and it wants to go outside. It wants to go play. It wants to go, it has all this energy. It wants to go, move, move, move. And if things are going slow, it's like, come on, let's go. So I just feel like there's some impatience of some things coming in their life. I feel like that's what you're picking up on. Don't feel like there's anything against you. Like you're not moving fast enough or anything like that. I feel like they just feel like stuff in their outside world is not moving fast enough. Maybe job or situations there, but it doesn't have to do with you. So that's what they have for you, Mirabelle. So many, many blessings to you. And Mira, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Patty. Hello, hello. And you want to know, is wealth in your chart? And when can you start expecting a change in finances? So we'll see here. What does Spirit want you to know around finances right now? All right. What else? Anything else? Yep, right there. Thought there was one more. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got some stuff happening here. The Two of Wands does show this wonderful empowerment around your finances. I don't have any. Oh, I do have Pentacles here, but it's I'll show you here in a sec. It's the Seven of Pentacles, which is what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. So it is coming. It's just taking its good old time. But the Two of Wands is what will help you here, because the Two of Wands is whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And so the more we focus on gratitude for what finances we do have, the more finances will come in. If we're focusing on lack or how it's not coming in, or what we fear will come in or not, or what's in our life that we don't want, when you talk about the power of our energy, whatever we focus on is what expands. Like attracts like. So if I focus on lack, I'm going to draw lack. If I focus on not enough, I bring in not enough. But if I focus on gratitude and thankfulness for that I have everything that I need and that I have abundance coming in, and gratitude for the inflow and what you do want in your life, that changes the whole energy. It raises your vibration to match having that being drawn in, instead of the lower vibrational. When we drop down, we start attracting lack. When we remember that, we just gently don't judge ourselves. We just change our focus back and we draw this closer till we drop there and we start drawing. Nope, nope, bring it up here, draw. So you get it, because there is this, you have the Ace of Swords, which is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And we also have the Page of Swords and the Six of Swords. All of these three have to do, because these basically are almost the same. Page of Swords is, uh, you know, has the Ace of Swords in their hands here. And this is all about looking at things from a higher perspective and cutting away old mindsets that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love. And the Six of Swords is a movement from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So there is this change that's coming in here, this rattling of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about, okay, when I focus in on lack, I draw lack to me. So let me change my way of thinking and where I'm investing my energy. And even if you have to put an alarm, a silent alarm on your phone or a vibrating alarm on your phone, you know, um, focus on abundance, not on lack, right? So it's like reminding yourself that if you drift off, something to push you, to draw you back, to draw in what you truly want, instead of going off what we normally were taught, which is focus on our fears. It's what we're taught growing up. So don't beat yourself up. We all do it till we realize there's a different way. And this is what's happening for you. And I like that because you do have both two sevens here, Seven of Wands and Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands is about being moved to this higher place where you're at a higher level, where some people may not like it that you are raised up here. And there might be some fears about, moving up into a more uh, uh, abundant position or place or status of money or finances. Like, what are other people, what is that going to do? There might be some underlying fears, which with all those swords you might have some subconscious things to look at too, around what blocks do you have toward finances. Is there some beliefs around your worth from earlier in your life that are bouncing around down in the basement down here that have this energetic block that is not allowing you to move forward here? Because I that Seven of Wands is telling me that there might be some fears of, will people try to come and take it, and or there's echoes of people telling you you're not, don't deserve it. Is there some undeserving energy that's there? Because the Seven of Pentacles, usually things are slowed down for us, and that's what the Seven of Pentacles does, is it slows down life so you can look at these things. um, there is this great book called Tapping into Wealth. Let me see here, I might even have it here. um, yep, here it is. So if this resonates at all for you, it's by Margaret Lynch. And the tapping is about how you can do tapping to access your subconscious. And but she goes into more things about energetic blocks and different things. I think it would be really helpful, because it's an amazing book. I read it last year, and it really just brings things to the forefront and allows you to change the energies too. Yeah. Yeah, right? And so we can change those things, we can change that energy, and then you can prove them all wrong. Right, 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 Patty, I agree. So, maybe check out that, if that is, if that resonates. Yeah, and that, and it can be some things that are bouncing, usually it's emotional from earlier, like 7 years and younger is when we get the emotional beliefs, but then our mind gets, also our mental body gets created between 7 and 14, so there can be some stuff there too. But um but I really feel like it's all happening on purpose for you to really look at it, to free yourself, and then look out, because then all of that, your mindset changes, your beliefs change, and then that changes everything else. So, no, Hadiza, I have not gotten to you yet. So that's what they have for you, Patty. So I like it. So thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. So many, many blessings. All right. Yeah, yeah, I don't see where are you at? Oh yeah, you're quite a ways down yet, Hadisa. All right. So I think that was all my donations. You're very welcome, Patty. So Mira, you were up next. So spirit guidance on your love life. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. So the spiritual guidance here, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight, all knights have a quest, right? In this Knight quest after the Ace of Pentacles, which has to do with their seeking a new way of looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world. When we're talking about love life, this is what this would mean is that you're on this quest to understand your worth and your worthiness. And the Eight of Pentacles does tell me that you have been working on this, that you've been really seriously putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. Because usually it's a like a blacksmith that's an apprentice and they're working under a master blacksmith and they're in the heat and they're learning and they're really just working their butt off to learn the skill and to grow. And the Eight of Pentacles comes in when you're on the verge of moving from apprentice to master. So it does tell me that you are doing the work, looking at your worth, not so much looking at, when we look at our worth uh, and we define it by the outside world, that's not self worth. I call that retail price because that's the worth we're putting on ourselves on what we're worth to other people. And retail price is fickle and up and down, because, we're told like basically three areas to define ourselves by, right? Everyone is told this usually when we're growing up is relationships, situations, and things all unstable. And so when we define ourselves by the outside world, we feel unstable because people, like relationships, people change, people pass away, people walk away, unstable, right? Situations like jobs and education, social status, blah, 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 whatever we get into situation wise, always changing, right? The world is always changing. And things, our bodies, bank accounts, whatever, they break down, they blow up, they burn down, they're stolen, they deteriorate over time. All of it is unstable. So when we define ourselves by that, we feel unstable, right? But eventually we turn inward and upward to find that which is stable, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. It lasts forever, it's eternal, nothing we can do to lose it, unconditional. So it's a very solid foundation, and that's our self-worth versus our retail price. Because if you're a parka, I usually use an example of a parka coat in northern Alaska during the winter, you're well sought after. But if you're that same coat on a tropical island on the equator during the summer, you don't even make it to the clearance rack. You're donated to Goodwill. And that's the fickleness. And that's what happens here. This search that we're on, we find it from the inside, and then things start to transform and move on the outside. Relationships start to change. You start looking at it all differently. And we still instead of needing someone, we want someone, but we don't need them because we find everything we need on the inside. They're above and beyond extra. So it's not as a desperate, I need you to live. It's like, I can take you or leave you, but I want you, which, uh, is a healthier relationship, right? But that's what they have for you right now, Mira. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Continuing down the list, and we have CC Lindsay. You want to know what's going to happen between the Aquarius and you? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is the Hermit's journey. So this tells me that there's going to be some time of you moving inward, with you looking to find your worth, without having someone around. Like this is your journey. You have spirit with you here, so you're not alone. You just don't have someone else defining you and someone else doing that here. I feel like with K, the Aquarius, the Ten of Swords is endings and new beginnings. The Ten of Swords are our thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, and expectations, and the Ten of Swords usually has someone like laying down with 10 swords in their back, exhausted, trying to live up to expectations. And it just felt overwhelming where they just didn't feel like they could meet up to the expectations anymore. So it's an ending and a new beginning where they want all expectations to go away, which is very Aquarian because I'm Aquarius. But you have the Page of Pentacles, which does show the newness. So this is the ending and the new beginning of a new opportunity. Something I almost feel like it's someone else because I feel like this Nine of Pentacles, you move on the inside and you're finding this wholeness inside. And this one, it's just they just have a lot of expectations they have on themselves around a relationship that they feel they're falling short on, and they just feel restrictive. And Aquarian energy is very freeing. They don't like rules. They don't like to have they like their own structure, but they don't like other people or having pressure of anything else on the outside. They're the changers of rules. They want to break the rules. They're the rebel. So I feel like that it kind of drifts away, but you are okay with it, I feel, because of the Page of Pentacles, especially with this, you find this new worth and new way of looking at it, but it also opens up a new opportunity for someone else to come into your life. Someone who's more in alignment with, uh, I want to say more compatible. Not that there's anything wrong with either one of you. There's just personality types, different ways of growing up. You go and do some stuff that you love, like pottery. Like, I want to go do some pottery. And you meet someone there that loves pottery too. And there's this commonality. That's what I'm trying to say is it's something like, you have this thing that binds you together instead of almost being too different, if that makes sense. But that's what I have for you there, Lindsay. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. Sending you lots of love. All right. So continue moving down the list. So Farida Ali, you are up next. And you want to know, is it over between you and the Capricorn? Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit has for you here. Yeah, I see here with the Three of Swords. you know, this is the disappointment, heartache, heartbreak, expectations equal disappointment card. So I would say that, yeah, that is, but I like that you also got the Page of Wands here, which shows that you do move on. You do have the power. And I feel like you come out the other end here feeling more empowered than you did when you going into it, and you just really feel awareness around where you focus your energy is what grows and expands. Because if you focus your energy on um, what we're missing in our life, or what's in our life that we don't want, or what we fear will come in or out of our life, we're growing that and we're feeding that. But I feel like you're really stepping into your power, going, you know what? I can focus on what I'm grateful for, what I do want in my life, focus on the unconditional love of above, and joy and laughter and peace. And that grows instead. And so I get to choose. Nothing wrong with choosing one or the other. They just bring us different things. And when we're tired of bringing in certain things, we want to attract something else. We change our vibration to draw in different. Otherwise, we do what we always did, and we get what we always got, and we draw in because like attracts like. So when I'm ready for something different, then I choose to invest my energy differently. And I feel like you do learn that through this as well. So that is what they have for you, Frida. Hang in there. Sending you lots of love. All right, we'll continue moving down the list here. And so, Sterling, we got to you finally. If you are still here, you want to know what's coming towards you in love soon. So, let's take a look and see. And just for people to kind of know, Eliza is next, and then Sasha, Modley, Angelina, Pinky, Divine Goddess, Esmeralda, Kavita, Mahippus, Olivia. So that's so far. That's like with the next 10, give you an idea of what's coming up here. All right. So, Sterling, let's take a look here. What is love coming here for you? All right. So it looks like it froze here for a sec. There we go. I was like, it just kind of moved. It freeze frame. All right. So I think we're back. Yeah, it says it's syncing up here. Must be a lot of activity on YouTube tonight. So it is recalibrating. What's going on with your love life, Sterling? That it's causing the connection. There you go. So, Sterling, you got the World card, which is an ending of major cycles and the beginning of something new. So that's great. Love is changing here for you, which is good, right? Because the Nine of Swords represents the nightmare or the insomnia card. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes around love. And it's almost like they might have been keeping you up at night, or you're dreaming about it, or having nightmares. It's like you have trouble going to sleep because you have it so much on your mind, or you wake up in the middle of the night thinking about things, or the first thing you wake up in the morning. And these are the fears of losing conditional love. And so um, I feel like you've been working on this. You've been really facing them, dissecting them, understanding what they truly are. It's almost like you've been exhausted. You're just like, I'm just sick and tired of playing all the games and trying to live up to all those expectations. I just want to be free. And that's what happens here with the world card is it ends the old world and you start over again at the full card. The full card, they're jumping off of the ledge and jumping off into this new adventure free of expectations, free of so many rules and restrictions. So I really feel like if you've been working on this, cutting away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets around what love is supposed to be and who you're supposed to be in love and who they're supposed to be in love and how you're supposed to meet and how it's supposed to be after you meet, blah, 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 blah. Adventure, free, not so many limitations, because that's where it feels binding, like we're in a cage when there's so many rules around it. It's like blow it up, blow up the cage, and then just allow yourself to experience and enjoy an adventure free of expectation around love, because that is what ignites this new adventure. So that's what they have for you, Sterling. Hopefully, it was worth it for you. So many blessings, send you lots of love and light there, Sterling. So many, many blessings. All right. So next up is Eliza. And you want to know the situation of R in general. So let's take a look here. Spirit wants you to know around R in general. All right. Wow. Just when you're about to give up hope, right? Well, the Two of Cups, this is about relationship and about love. But again, I feel like this always comes up or something similar for them. They're just focusing so much on their outside world and their security and their life unfolding and trying to understand their worth in relationship to the outside world and in relation to love too. I just feel like they've gone through so much that they're just trying to figure so much out in regards to both of those. It's just like um like when you have your I want to say your hopes and dreams slashed, but when you have all your expectations and all the stuff that you were told growing up on this is what a relationship is supposed to be and this is what it's supposed to work out and this is what everything blah blah blah, and then everything just starts falling. It's like a giant house of cards that just they just feel like it's crumbled, and they're just trying to figure out, is it the unstable world? Is that what it is? Or am I not wanting the right things? Did I do something wrong? Um, I don't want this to happen to me again. What do I need to do to stop this from happening again? What if it does happen again? I just feel like they're trying to figure everything out. It's like after a giant flood hits, something, they're recovering from it. They're trying to figure things out. And that's what I feel is happening right now inside R. So that is what Spirit wants you to know right now. Again, it's just like, stay clear. Seems to be the message. So that's what they have for you. All right. Many blessings to you, Eliza. And Sasha Madli, you are up. Hello, hello. So you want to know what is coming for you in, actually, I think we already did you. We did. I go, sometimes I have dreams. So you did make a donation, so we took care of you already. So there we go. So Angelina, you are up. Do you have a destined partner, and how will he be if you do? All right. So you have an Empress, which represents new birth and passion and harvest and birth, like baby birth and things. So I feel like this is them saying, yes, an Empress, you're destined to have a emperor, partner, right? Um, so I feel like with you, with how this energy comes across, is that you would, that you need an emperor to match your energy. Anyone else, I feel like would be eaten alive by the dragon empress. So I really feel that it's someone that is like that feels like an emperor. They're just very solid. They have a great foundation. They, understand who they are, and they have that. They have the Three of Wands here, which the Three of Wands, when we're asking about, how they'll be, the Three of Wands is someone that's not afraid to change things, to change directions, to move into different, um, avenues. It's like someone who's not afraid to admit that there's a different way and a better way. And so they're not stubborn, where they'll be like, well, what do you think? Well, that sounds better. Let's do that. They won't be like, no, my way or the highway. They're flexible. They they flow with life, with new information that they receive. So they're open-minded, open-hearted, as well. So I like that for you, Angelina. And that is what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. All right, we'll continue moving down the list. Living life, there is no list. The chat is the list. You just put your question there. And if I get down to there by the end of this session, then that's what we do with the free readings. If you do want to have your reading prioritized and next, a donation of any kind, we'll do that as well. All right, Pinky, so you want to know your ancestor message for you. Let's take a look here. What do they want you to know right now? All right. So they do want you to know that these changes that are coming up here for you are happening for you and not to you. Things are going to be moved out of your life, people out of your life on purpose for a purpose, and be brought into your life on purpose for a purpose. You have the Page of Swords, which your ancestors are saying, just try to connect to the higher level. This Ace of Swords that they're granting you is a gift of knowledge that you can connect to these beautiful truths that are rooted in the unconditional love of the higher realms, which allows you to see through and cut away through these lies, through these fears of losing conditional love in the human world. And so they're just letting you know that the changes that are happening are designed. And if you connect to the higher realms, you'll see things from this higher perspective, you'll see the truths in what the changes are happening and why they're happening as well. So I really like that. Some great clarity that's coming in for you. So I like that, Pinky. That's what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. Right. Divine Goddess, you are up next. And so moving down, and you'd like to have a general reading for the month of March. So let's take a look here and see what we have here. All right. So March is going to be a great month for you. I know it looks like what? Because this is the 8 of swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. But it is a awareness card. It's a movement, like uh, knowledge around what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Here you are, this little bird in here, where what of your own thoughts have made you feel restricted, and they're even blinded and bound and trapped. What of your own thoughts and beliefs were bringing this? And I like that for you because they're very balancing energies, 4 swords on each side. So you're really figuring things out. And the 4 of Wands is a very stable energy that you have in the month of March, too. This does represent, gatherings, joy, celebration, weddings. I don't necessarily feel like it's your wedding, but you maybe get invited to one. But this is the openness. It's like, what is restricting me? What is making me feel this way? And this freedom comes from that, which I feel really brings in this sense of joy and celebration and relief, because there was some thoughts and beliefs that were making you stay small and feel like undeserving, and all those fun emotions we come here to experience. But I feel like March is a freeing month for you. It is the month of spring and fall equinox, which so there is this birthing towards the end of the month too. But I like this for you. So that's what they have for you right now, Divine Goddess. So many blessings to you. Right. And Esmeralda. So you're up next. Hello, hello. How should you communicate with Z? All right. Let's take a look here. How should you communicate with Z? I like this. Trust your intuition, Queen of Cups. So this is she rolls over emotion, and she's given a second portion of water and emotion, because all the queens do. So she really dives deep into her emotions. So speak from the heart is how you should communicate. Trusting your intuition on what you should and shouldn't say to them at a time. And yeah, the Page of Wands, too, which is speak with power. The Page of Wands tells you, this Ace of Wands, um, focus on what you want to grow, because whatever you focus on is what expands. So I almost feel like within communicating from the heart, if you're focusing on what if you're going to be communicating what you feel you're missing, or what you have in your life that you don't want, or what you fear will come in and out, that's just going to expand it. And the communication with Z will just make it bigger, and it'll blow it up even bigger. So if you're going to communicate with them and go, you know what, you're not doing this or that or this or that, or you're doing this and I don't want you to do this or that. I feel like right now what they're saying is trust your heart, speak from love, but focus your energy on gratitude for what you do want. It's like reinforce positive behavior. Tell them what you love about them, what you like about them, what you would like to have, come in to your relationship or to your life, or focusing on laughter and joy. Make it light, whatever you want to expand, focus on that and communicate that way. So that's what's coming through here with those for right now, Esmeralda. So many, many blessings to you. That's what they have for you. And I'm going to kind of speed things up because I'm going to be on for just 15 more minutes. So I'm going to try to get through as many free readings as I can. So I'm going to kind of go into almost like a little lightning round where I'm going to pull one card for the free ones. And then as I get closer to the end, I'll talk about some other alternatives. But if you do want to make sure I complete your reading in this session and go a little deeper, a donation of any kind will I'll honor that energy exchange and complete them in this session. Donation of any kind you can do. You can use the uh, what do you call it at the bottom? The It's not Snapchat, Super Chat. My goodness, or any of the in the pinned comment, we have Venmo, Cash App, Square, and PayPal as well. So that's what just a little heads up there. So Kavita, you'd like a general reading. Oh, look, you got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is this message to kind of step back and connect to the higher realm, step away from all the chaos and all the noise out there. The High Priestess goes into her High Priestess temple, connects, behind the scenes, looks behind the veil, connects to the spirit world, dives deep into her unconscious and subconscious and deep emotions. So very much this reflection going into the hidden in your world. And so you're kind of being invited by spirit to step away and make sure you're taking your alone time for that inner reflection. So that's what they have for you right now, Kavita. Many, many blessings to you. All right, and we'll continue moving down here. So, Mahipus Ruby, the current feelings of Jong towards you. All right. We've got a Tower card coming in here. So, the Tower card is a card of things being removed out of your life on purpose for a purpose, and things being moved into your life on purpose for a purpose. But this would represent that it's possibly that they're kind of being moved out of your path on to make room for someone new to come in or to clear the path so that you can move forward into something that is more in alignment with your higher self and where you want to truly go. So something that's more in alignment. So that's what they have for you. I know. I'm sorry. Uh, but hang in there. Many, many blessings. Just trust that it's happening for you and it's not happening to you. Hey, Olivia. Hello, 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 doctor. Good morning. Good morning. Love and peace to you, Olivia. Hey, Queen. So, what will ST's truest intentions be if he returns back into your life? We have the King of Pentacles here. So, the true intentions is to have a full life and abundant overflowing life and to have a clear picture of their own worth in relationship to the outside world. So it's a very solid type of um, energy because it feels like if they return back into your life, their truest intentions would be to build a strong life together. And that's what comes in with that King of Pentacles. So that's what they have for you right now, Queen. All right. Yeah. Lindsay, I did complete yours probably 30 minutes or so ago ish. I lost track of time actually. So, but I did complete it. All right. Doctor, you want to know what is coming in your career and your relationship? I'm doing kind of lightning for these last 10 minutes or so. So I'm only going to pull one card for you right now, which the Three of Pentacles speaks to both of those, really. The Three of Pentacles is about staying true to your authentic self. Try not to be drawn off by other people's expectations on who you're afraid to disappoint or whose praise or support you're afraid will be pulled away. Really stay true to you in your career. What do you want to do within you? Not with all the mind and everything else, but you, the true authentic you. What do you want to do? And what do you truly want from a relationship? And if you're unsure of that, which we can be in our lives a lot, we're given so much uh, opinion from everyone. Sometimes we forget or we don't even know what we want. We just heard what everyone else wants. So I feel like it's a big time for you to really decide what it is that you want for the rest of your life. Just a small question, but getting clarity. You can always change it any time, but I feel like it's time for you to really, really look into that and see what you're wanting. So that is what they have for you. All right. So me, you are up next year. So is James the one? Let's take a look here. So here is your card here. So you have the Three of Cups here. And the Three of Cups here for me is this feel of uh there might be a third person involved here. Because usually this can be a joy, celebration, different type, but I just with the feeling here, um, it really stood out. Is he the one? No, he's one of it's like there's a choice between two, but I'm not sure here. And since I'm doing the lightning round, I'm not sure. I'm feeling more like with them, there's like there's a second option. Like you are one option and there's someone else as well. So I don't feel like they are the one. I feel like uh, they see you as an option, which I don't like that for you. I want you to be the only one. So that's what they have for you, me. Um, Sending you lots of love. I know. I know. All right. So we'll continue moving down here. And so the real Hadiza, we got to you finally if you're still here. And you want to know whatever the cards show here. So let's pull a card here. Let me just refresh these real quick here. There we go. All right. So you have the Ten of Cups coming in here, Hadisa, which does show that you are on this journey of finding your emotional fulfillment from the inside. The Nine of Cups before this is this fulfillment, this finding this love within your own heart that fills you up and overflows out. And that's what fills up all these other cups in your life, is because you've taken the time to find the love from within you that then pours out, um, changing your whole perspective and how you're seeing where love has been falling short in a lot of different areas of your life, whether it's friendships, romance, family, work, whatever, that all these relationships, all these cups have felt empty, have been feeling, completely empty or not very, not very filling at all. But you realize that it's the Nine of Cups. The Nine Cups is the um, hermit's journey, turning inward and filling up with this beautiful Ace of Cups, which is the chalice, the Holy Grail. And it's like almost like a champagne fountain at a wedding. You know, all the other cups are around this Ace of Cups, and you fill up and you overflow, then it fills up all the other cups in your life. But until you are able to fill up on the inside first, nothing is going to feel full on the outside because it's a reflection of what's going on the inside. So that's what they have for you right now, Hadisa. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And just moving down the list here. All right. Just seeing how many more. I've got quite a few more to go. I'm getting close to the ending of my second hour. Um, so, first of all, I want to thank all of you guys for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help spread the Zen love to the world. So thank you all for who've done that, for being a part of the love tsunami that's out there. Um, I I have to balance myself and only stay on for a couple hours. Otherwise, I will burn myself out. So I apologize to everyone that I'm not able to get to for free readings. Artie Bledsoe, you'll be my last free reading for this session. And for everyone else, big apologies. I know I wish I could get to everyone. but some options. I will be back, of course, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday also at 11 a.m. Mountain in the morning, and then 7 p.m. At night. I do have a giveaway, so before you guys head out, um, I have a weekly giveaway for personal recorded reading. Next week's is a 45-minute personal recorded reading. So here is the video if you want to check that out, if you're interested in getting into the drawing. I also put out a lot of content. I have a bunch of pick a cards. I have monthly readings for each zodiac sign. So if you need a reading tonight and you're unable to make a donation, which I guess I should mention that, if you do want me to complete your reading in this session, a donation of any kind will prioritize it and I will honor that energy exchange and complete it in this session. But if you're not able to make a donation, I totally understand that as well. I know we all have different financial abilities at different points in our life, but I do have a ton of free content. And so if you need a reading tonight and you're unable to make a donation, if you click on my name, the bruddaZEN Mystic Tarot, that will take you over to my main page where my playlists are. Just follow your heart and spirit will guide you to the reading or readings that have messages for you. I also offer personal readings at a reasonable rate. You can check all that out in the description box of the video down below. What else? I think that's it, right? Donations, I'll be back, free content. I think that's it. So I'm going to complete Artie's free reading. If there's any donations, I'll complete those. And if not, I will close out the session for this evening. And again, a big apologies to everyone that I was not able to get to. I try to get through as many as I can, but the list gets very long very fast. So please understand. All right. So Artie, greetings to you. Oh. Well, thank you, Artie. And you said both Libra. Oh, okay. Well, made her leave after 12 years. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, this makes sense here. Because you had the 6 of Cups and you have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is leaving behind, emotions that didn't serve them anymore. And, you know, there is this, the 6 of Cups is the nostalgia card. It is the looking at the past and the emotions over time. And it can also be about, the past coming back. And I feel like what made him leave after 12 years, they just had it finally wore him. They have some old emotions that have been bubbling underneath for a very, very, very long time in their lives. This goes back way into their childhood, way, 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 way back. And there is this, you know, um, this weighing of things where they just couldn't take the emotional it's like the reverb, the ripples from those old things that happened when they were younger, in their younger years, like 7 years old and younger. There was just always these reminders around them of it, which is their inner child demanding to be heard because of these emotions that were pushed down and suppressed, never dealt with, that they finally just became too much where they couldn't. It took so much energy to try to keep these emotions suppressed that and they just couldn't take it anymore. And so they needed to get away from all of it, all the reminders, all of the, um, things that were triggering in their heart. So um, that is what was going on with them there, Artie. So, uh, that's what they want you to know right now regarding that situation. So I know it's hard because you're like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, you couldn't have done anything because it was all happening inside of them. So I know that's a tough thing to accept because you feel out of control, but uh, maybe there's some solace in knowing that you couldn't, that you didn't have anything that you could have done. So hang in there. Sending you lots of love and many blessings. Hang in there, Artie. And Rhonda, you know what? You would have actually been the next one up, and I totally bypassed you. So Rhonda, I will complete yours as well, because you were actually the next one after that. So let me just complete that really quick here, and let's see what they have to say. A general reading for you. Wow. I put that back in and it came right back out. So you've got the Four of Cups here and the Six of Cups here. Four of Cups is, there's this emotional stability coming in here. And the Six of Cups has to do with transformation. For you, this is transformation of old memories from those that were a fear, those that were, related to the fear, and transforming those and understanding them more. That's what brings in the emotional stability. Because the Six of Cups, when it comes up into the emotional transformation, it has this knowledge that comes in that every moment is a choice, right? Between unconditional love and the fears of losing conditional love. And so when we look back at a memory and it's full of pain, we know it's not of unconditional love, right? We're like, yeah, that's not that. So it was a fear. And when we realize, oh, the painful memories are fearful memories or memories that have fear involved in it. And the reason fear is involved in it, of course, we talk about this a lot, right? Where when this human characters go into fear, we go out of our minds. We go into our cat mind, right? Which hisses and attacks and hisses and runs away, or attacks and then runs away. And it doesn't do intelligent things. It doesn't do caring or loving things. It does survival things. And so it doesn't think about others. Like when you rescue someone who's drowning, right? They're panicking. They might smack you and try to drown you along with them. Just not consciously, they're just in reaction mode, survival mode, and didn't think about us. And so that's what happens when we go back and look at a memory and go, they did that. And it's like, okay, their cat mind was in control. It's like a 2-year-old trying to feel safe, trying to feel in control again. And they were doing whatever they felt unintelligent, unloving ways, Um, and so we realized, oh, so this wasn't about me. They were freaking out and they were trying to just do that. And so I just happened to be there. And we start to look at the situations differently. We start to look at their actions and who they are differently, the situation differently, and definitely ourselves differently because we start not looking at it personally, right? Like, oh, someone smacking me while I'm trying to rescue them while they're drowning wasn't personal. They were just freaking out. And so there's this beautiful transformation that's coming in, and it's bringing in the emotional stability because you're starting to see that people, when they say the things they do and do the things they do, has little to do with you. If it's not of unconditional love, then they're acting out of fear and they're not there. There's a cat that's in control of their mind. So that is what they have for you, Rhonda. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So let me just make sure here. There we go. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, I don't see any other donations. So that'll be the last of the readings this evening. And as I mentioned to everyone else, if you might have missed it and come in after it, I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you are in need of an answer this evening, if you check out my playlist, there's a lot of free content out there. Again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It helps spread the love. And be sure to check out the pick a cards that came out. Let me repost those for your convenience here too. We had a Pisces new moon pick a card. Let me just, there we, I can actually see here. You want to check that out. And then also pick a card about what's hidden that spirit wants you to be aware of. And if you haven't checked out your February reading yet by zodiac sign, then here's the playlist for that. And Marches will be out on Saturday. So, again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate all the love, all the support. And please know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, you guys hang in there. Have a great night, a great day, wherever you're out in the world. And until then, much love to you, and we'll see you soon. Take care.